This is CBS 4 News, working for you, Weekend Edition.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to CBS 4 Valley. This weekend, I'm Marco Ramirez. Karina Vargas has the night off. An investigation continues into a deadly crash in La Jolla where a truck flipped over. DPS says a trooper pulled over a black Ford F-150 with 12 people inside. The driver pulled off and started speeding. That's when the driver lost control of the truck, causing it to roll over. South African scientists say they're about 2 weeks from knowing how effective the vaccines are against Omicron, and both Moderna and Pfizer say if necessary, they could quickly adjust their vaccines. And there's new reaction from the international health leaders and travelers alike about the travel ban on southern African countries. It's another blow for South Africa's tourism industry, which has already been decimated by more than 18 months of the pandemic. A man is in jail this morning awaiting formal charges related to a deadly shooting on South Padre Island. The incident happened late Saturday night at a hotel on Padre Boulevard. Police say there was an argument between family members and 3 women were shot and killed. Police have not released their names, but investigators say 2 of the women are in their 40s and the third in her 60s. Today, La Jolla Idea College Prep is opening its doors for students for the first time. CBS 4's Kaylee Oliva spoke with the principal about the safety protocols in place this school year. Kaylee. Labor Day weekend has arrived and has many people hitting the roads to enjoy the long weekend. The Texas Department of Transportation wants to be sure drivers are both safe and sober. Brownsville police arresting a man after refusing to comply with the officers. At 2 this morning, police say they arrived to the Shot Republic bar after reports of a fight.
We begin today with breaking news out of FAR, where a 24-year-old man is now dead. Local 23's Marco Ramirez is there live. Marco, what can you tell us?
Sydney police are still out here on the scene along Longhorn Trail after a shooting earlier this afternoon. Let me step out of the way so you can see the scene more clearly.
CBS 4's Marco Ramirez joins us live to tell us more. Marco.
That's right, Chris. Police say 40-year-old Jesus Hernandez is accused of killing his 24-year-old stepson. Those shots ringing out just after 2 p.m. this afternoon. Now, police say it all happened at a home on Coyote and Longhorn. Police say they were responding to a disturbance call when they found the victim. Chris and Faith, the water here on Tradition Circle has now cleared, but there's still a lot of damage left inside of these homes. And while the city is accepting reports to help with these damages, people who live here say they are tired of having to deal with this every time it rains and want something to be done to prevent it. Chris, Secretary Mayorkas acknowledged the high number of migrants coming into the U.S. these past couple of months and says the U.S. government is doing everything it can to try to provide more resources to help combat this problem.
CBS 4's Marco Ramirez followed O'Rourke during his visit. He joins us live with more. Marco.
Chris and Faith, this is O'Rourke's first visit to the Valley since announcing his run for governor, and it was a busy day for him here in McAllen. While Caramago is constantly getting new requests to fix and make custom boots like this one, he says boot making is now a dying art. Now his goal is to teach more people how to make boots to keep this unique skill alive.
Benito homeowner is frustrated with overgrown grass and property right next to their home. He says it's been causing a lot of problems for him. CBS 4's Marco Ramirez spoke with that homeowner in Cameron County to find out what can be done.
The grass is pretty overgrown. It's never maintained.
Joe Lozano says the tall grass at this property along Benito Avenue has been causing a lot of headaches for him.
Been having a lot of problems with rodents, snakes. We've had snakes, rats. The rats actually went into the garage and they ended up chewing through my fiance's vehicle wiring.
Lozano has tried to maintain the grass on his side, but besides the rodents coming into his yard, he says the grass has become an eyesore in his neighborhood.
There's trash being thrown in the backyard. There's, I guess, dogs that collect out there, tear up through the trash.
I spoke to the Cameron County Environmental Health Department, and they told me they received a lot of reports about overgrown grass like here on Benito Avenue, but the county says it takes a lot of time for a problem like this to be fixed.
At this time, Cameron County does not have a program to clean every single lot in Cameron County.
Director Gustavo Olivares says the department has sent an inspector out to the property, but they have to locate the property owner in order to notify them about the tall grass violation, since they hold the owner responsible.
So we might leave a note there saying, hey, please call us back. So all these things are things that could cause little delays. So keep in mind that after they have been aware of the problem, they have 30 days to come into compliance. So it's not something that's going to be fixed immediately. It's something that could take long periods of time.
As for Lozano, he plans to stay in contact with the county and hopes something can be done soon.
To try and maintain as much as we can, you know, I mean, we'll maintain our property and keep spraying or, you know, do what we can, but, you know, we can only do so much.
Working for you in San Benito, I'm Marco Ramirez.
Well, Cameron County says if the property owner does not cut the grass 30 days after being notified of the violation, they can face a Class C misdemeanor and pay up to a $200 fine.
And a group of students at Harlingen High School are teaming up with the city to design homes for the community, and it's all part of their homework.
Local 23's Marco Ramirez spoke with some of those students to find out more about their partnership and what goes into designing a home. He joins us live with more. Marco.
Hey, Jeremiah, Cindy, students taking architectural design at Harlingen High say they have always had a passion for designing houses, and these students tell me they're not only inspired by their designs actually coming to life, but they're also seeing the people they help.
To think that it all started off with a piece of paper. It really did. Like, it all just started off on a piece of paper, and you know, now we have people that are actually living in the house.
It takes a lot of paper for these students to design a home in Emiliano Amado's architectural design class. Amado, a teacher at Harlingen High School, thought his students' work could mean something more than just a grade. So he reached out to the Harlingen Community Development.
And what they do, they reach out to people who are like low-income families. And if their house is not livable, they'll build them a new home. So I reached out to them, and that's what we do. We design in their houses.
This program with the city has been in place for the last 2 years. Students get notified when is needed, and then they get to designing. And once the blueprints are set, their designs become reality. Ramirez was part of designing this new house located on East Van Buren Avenue. She says the feeling is surreal.
Seeing a house that you just did online and then transferred to like actual materials and seeing it in person is like pretty amazing.
Her fellow classmates want to have that same feeling and hope to blueprint their own homes. There's a lot of skills that go into the design.
First, we start out like with all the dimensions, how big's the house, like learning the codes, obviously, and then we go from there and see, okay, what fits here, what doesn't fit here.
I really do wish to able to get hands-on and able to build tiny homes and other structures.
Hopes he gets to see more students help the community.
I mean, I've been doing this for a while already, but it feels good to be able to see my students have that to turn in a set of plans and see the house get built and be turned into the client.
Now the class still has 2 other homes that are currently under construction by the city of Harlingen. Amado plans to keep this program going in the future and to get more of his classes involved. His goal is to design around 3 to 4 houses for the city every year. Putting Local First in studio, I'm Marco Ramirez.
More construction is on the way for Hidalgo County, and that's due in part to the new FAR interchange. CBS 4's Marco Ramirez joins us from FAR with the details on this project. Marco.
Yeah, that's right, Chris. There's been a lot of construction here in FAR and in McAllen for the past couple of years now. But the main goal of this reconstruction of the I-2 and I-69C interchange is to improve the traffic flow and also keep you safe.
They will produce more business, more commerce, for we need to continue investing in our infrastructure here.
State and city leaders are formally marking the new reconstruction of the I-2 and I-69C interchange that will make improvements between FAR, McAllen, and San Juan. This entire project is costing over $300 million. FAR Mayor Dr. Ambrioso Hernandez says this project was many years in the making.
The majority of traffic goes through central I-69, which is here. And we were always concerned about safety. We don't want any more accidents, no fatalities. We don't want semis next to our kids.
The reconstruction of the interchange will stretch nearly 8 miles between the 3 cities. Dr. Hernandez says having the Valley's 3 metropolitan planning organizations come together was a main factor to getting funding from the state.
Everybody united. We wrote to the legislators, approached the chairman of TxDOT and the commission. They saw the data. They realized it's absolutely a priority for the state of Texas. Yes, it's located in FAR, but what we do in FAR has ramifications for the Rio Grande Valley.
Now, construction here on the I-2 and I-69 interchange won't be completed until 2023. And in the meantime, drivers could expect a lot of traffic coming through here. But while it may be frustrating for a lot of drivers, TxDOT says these new developments will be beneficial for them in the future.
So this is a growing pain, and it's a good thing to have, because we understand that we're growing not only in population, not only the numbers, but we're also growing in education. We're also growing in economics. And you don't have have the infrastructure, that economic impact is hindered.
And while these new improvements will give the state better access to the valley, city leaders hope locals will see the bright side of the temporary traffic.
We have to be patient. This is nothing compared to those. I understand there's a little frustration, but in the end, what you're going to get delivered is a much better product for decades to come.
And expansion projects like this one won't stop once this one is completed. State and local leaders say they're planning for more expansion projects for the next 30 years. Working for you in FAR, I'm Marco Ramirez.